Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2023 mid-month general readings. We are looking at the last half of November, and this reading is for our twins, the air sign of Gemini. Welcome, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. For those of you that will be celebrating Thanksgiving over the next couple of weeks, happy Thanksgiving to you. Thanks for being here, for watching these videos. Please hit that like, share, subscribe buttons, especially that like button. It really does help. Thank you to those of you who do, for taking the time to watch these videos, commenting, those of you who reach out for personal readings, those of you who refer and recommend me to others. My gratitude always. Many blessings back to you. Okay, Gemini, if your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign is in Gemini, if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, this video is for you. Of course, it'll resonate a little differently for everyone. It's a general video. If you know any or all of your other signs, watch those videos as well. They can provide additional insight. If something really does resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look, if you like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else, personal readings do make lovely and easy gifts to give, and we are headed into the holiday season, so something to keep in mind. If you're interested in any of that, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to hear from you. You can also see that contact info by clicking on the title or the description of this video. You'll see it there. I can usually get back to you the same day. I do offer quite a wide variety of reading options in all areas of life, and I do of all different types and lengths and styles and budgets, and I do readings full-time. It's all that I do, so I'm able to deal with the scheduling of personal readings in a fairly timely fashion as well, if that's important to you. So if you're interested, email me. Okay, Gemini, let's see what the last half of November 2023 looks like for you. I am using the Tarot of Dreams, clarifying with the Radiant Rider-Waite. We begin with the Three of Coins: teamwork, collaboration, partnership, compromise and negotiation or mediation, trying to get everybody on the same page to focus on attaining or reaching one goal, or building something long-lasting, stable. Strength, facing fears, doubts, insecurities, which implies that there's some difficult things that possibly need to be faced or overcome, some challenges. The intensity, of course, will vary in a general reading. Next, we have the Five of Cups: loss, grief, regret. There's always a cautionary bit of energy to the Five of Cups. I mean, part of the healing process is to look at what we've lost and to honor that loss and to honor that grief. But the temptation is to get stuck in it, which may prevent you from seeing other blessings around you or other opportunities around you because you're focusing. I mean, we can't look in two directions at once. And it may be one of the, elements of the Strength card for you. Part of facing our fears, our doubts, our insecurities is also regret, taking a look at the part we've had to play and, what our responsibilities have been in a situation that we find ourselves in. That may be relevant for some of you as well. With that Five of Cups, we have the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins is a card of stability or economy. It's sometimes called the Miser card because it represents, it has kind of this careful hoarding sort of energy to it, being very careful. On a purely financial level, it may be that there's some financial loss and perhaps you regret not having been a little bit wiser about your financial choices or about resources. Next, we have the Queen of Swords, which is likely you, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Might be another air sign for some of you. With the Devil, unhealthy attachments, regardless of what the specifics are. The Devil is about obsessive energy, which is unhealthy. In a short term, sometimes it can be fine if you're, really obsessively working towards building something or creating something. But in that situation, it has to have a beginning and a middle and an end, because at a certain point, that much negative attachment or obsessive energy begins to become unhealthy. So which is why the Devil shows up for things like addictions, unhealthy relationships. Fundamentally, it's an unhealthy level of attachment to something. I'm kind of seeing a correlation between that Devil card and the Five of Cups too. Whatever those broken cups represent is what you have the attachment to. So likely this is going to be about moving forward, forging new alliances, forging new partnerships. From the bottom of the deck, the overall energy, the theme, the focus for the last half of November is the Lover's card. So the Lover's card, has different layers to it, as all the cards do. It fundamentally represents a choice. In the early tarot decks, there was no Lover's card. There was a card called the Choice, and the implication there being you have to choose between one of these two people. For some of you, it might be a third-party relationship situation, and obviously a choice has to be made, which is going to impact a primary relationship. For others of you, it's just about the relationship itself. How do we deal with this situation? If it's about the relationship itself, do we move forward or do we go our separate ways? If it's about facing a situation in another area of life that's going to impact the relationship, again, it's about making a decision in that case together. But it's a relationship at a crossroads, and some kind of significant choice which will impact that relationship needs to be made. What I can already see here, Gemini, is the temptation, the challenge is in staying too long. The analogy that just came to my head is staying too long in the cemetery after the dirt's already been put in and everybody's gone home. You're still kind of there, still kind of focused on it, on what's been lost, what no longer is, right? That's the danger here. All right, let's clarify a bit. Let's clarify the Lovers. The Four of Pentacles, which is the same as that Four of Coins. So we have that economical or miserly card, or that careful, maybe even stingy card there. But again, it may be about finances for a couple. Then we have the Ten of Swords. So Swords is governed by the element of air, which governs our mind, our intellectual landscape, everything that goes on in our heads, our belief systems, our ideologies, our perspectives, because that defines what we believe our reality to be and how we react with that reality. So the Ten of Swords, and tens also numerically in the tarot represent a cycle completion, coming full circle. So the Ten of an ending, basically. But sometimes, like with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups, it's a happy ending. It's like feeling like everything's fallen into place. Here, it's an ending, but it's a bit more of a challenging or even painful one. Again, in a general reading, the intensity may vary. The Ten of Swords is about coming to the painful or difficult realization that something is either over, or like with an unhealthy relationship attachment, or it's coming to the painful realization that it's never going to be what you want it to be, what you need it to be, or whatever this situation is not going to be. It's accepting that something is done. Now, whether that done thing is that it's already over and done with and you just need to move on, or whether you're still in it, but you're coming to the realization that it's never going to be the thing that you want it to be, and accepting that brings closure, right? So again, some of you, it might be about the current relationship that you find yourself in. You may be waking up to the realization that, it's never going to be what I want it to be. This person is always going to be, Four of Coins and Four of Pentacles, it's kind of an economical, or one could say stingy card. It's sometimes nicknamed the Miser card. On an emotional level, it represents somebody who's protective. They're guarded. They'll show you, but they don't want to give to you, right? That something is simply not going to be enough. Whether it's about the relationship itself, whether it's about your current budget, finances, the money you're making every month, something is simply it's always going to be this tight sort of stingy energy, regardless of what the energy is focused on. And it's about kind of coming to a painful or challenging realization of that, awareness of that, and making a choice as to how you're going to move forward from there. That's kind of the gist of the whole reading. Again, what I'm seeing here is this primary challenge of being stuck in that kind of, unhappy energy, basically, regret or nostalgia, Let's take a look at the Three of Coins and Strength, because it feels here like Spirit is, let's see. Okay, we have the Three of Swords, which is emotional pain, heartache, heartbreak, breakup, separation. It might be a third-party situation for some of you. We've got the Lovers, we've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Three of Coins. We have the Two of Pentacles here, which is a choice. It's about making a choice. And on the other side of that, we have the Three of Pentacles, which is the same as the Three of Coins. Some of you, it may literally be a relationship. You need to choose between two people, which means that you need to accept loss on one end in order to have something new. And that's what I'm getting fundamentally, whether it's about the relationship or something else, right? It's about choosing a new partnership, choosing a new alliance, which means that you have to leave something else or someone else behind. Even if they think you're going to be, it's a betrayal and, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Let's take a look at strength. The High Priestess, Judgment, and the Fool. Interesting, because your sister sign Libra got the Fool as well, and that was, their reading was strongly geared towards, there was some startling new opportunity that meant they had to leave something behind in order to move forward and take it. Even though it seemed kind of crazy, it was still spirit-led, divinely orchestrated. And it might be that case here, because I'm seeing choice here. Now, if this was simply something that had just happened to you, I mean, you could be very esoteric in saying the choice is to accept it or not accept it. But it feels like but for many of you, there's an actual, another specific choice in front of you. Because with strength, which is facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, and not resisting the change that Spirit is trying to move you into, the High Priestess, trusting your intuition. There's this meaning, your gut instinct, right? Your connection to the divine, which means there's a sense of knowing what you're supposed to be doing here. Judgment is about a choice, just like that Two of Pentacles, only this is major arcana. So it's a huge crossroads energy. Look, there's another opportunity. There's another path that lies in front of you away from this. Spirit is calling you on this. Are you going to take this? Because it will be a life-changing opportunity. The Fool. The Fool is about a new adventure, staying open, getting out of your comfort zone, stepping off the beaten path, trying something new, something you've never done before, something you have no idea how it's going to work out, keeping your mind and your heart and your whole self open to new adventure, new possibilities, taking chances, a leap of faith. I feel like there's a specific opportunity here in front of you. But again, the challenge for you is in the attachment to something which is done. Either it's done because it actually ended and you're still grieving over it, or it's done in the sense of it's never going to turn out to be the thing that you've been trying to make it to be, right? It's about letting go and moving on here. This whole reading is about that. I can see it pretty clearly. I don't even need to clarify these other cards, but I am going to clarify the Devil. The Star. Renewed, restored hope, faith, and optimism. Reconciliations, things working out after they didn't work out. This is clarifying the Devil, and I don't like this energy together because it represents an unhealthy attachment to the perpetual hope that something's going to work out. It's kind of like the classic definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, but expecting each time that it's going to be different and better. Yeah, the Five of Cups again, focusing only on what's gone wrong or what you don't have, telling yourself, I can't leave, which is the Eight of Swords. I can't because of this. I can't take this new path because of that, and I can't do this new thing because of that, and I can't because I have this obligation, and I can't because it would be a betrayal, or I can't because, fill in the blank. Everything that we tell ourselves to keep those attachments in place so we don't have to face the nerve-wracking experience of moving into a new path. We're afraid to let go. It's like better the devil you know than the one you don't, and you don't even know. Okay. I'm just going to leave it there because I think the message here is pretty clear to those of you that need to hear it. I think the situation that you wanted to be a certain thing, I think you tried probably. Sorry, let me turn that off. I think you probably tried for quite some time to make it be the thing that you wanted it to be, that you needed it to be. But I think you were still left short, still left perhaps on your own, or feeling like you had to do everything on your own, that it wasn't a real partnership or working together kind of energy, regardless of whether it was romantic or, again, in some other area of life. And it's just about accepting that truth so that you can move on and start a new path and take this new opportunity. So let's see what Spirit says. King of Swords, that's you again. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Five of Wands, conflict, engaging and arguing and fighting over the same thing over and over and over again. Don't do that. It's not going to change anything with this other the negative attachment situation. It's just going to be a repeat. Don't do that. The Two of Swords, it's time to uncross the swords, take the blindfold off, and look at something head on and face the truth of something. The Eight of Swords, leaving, walking away to find your wish fulfillment and to have the thing that you really want, which Spirit is already advocating here with Judgment and the Fool. And the High Priestess, again, there's a strong indication. You already know this. Sorry, it's always when we're doing readings, right? You already know this. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun. A brand new beginning that uplifts all this heavy and despairing and negative and restrictive energy. It's starting off on a brand new path. It might be a practical brand new path, like new job, moving, relocating, some combination of all of those. Could be new love and romance too, that has, kind of those practical elements in it too. But it's a brand new beginning, a brand new start, a fresh start, without all of this heaviness and pressure that is attached to whatever this negative attachment is. So I'm going to leave it there. Gemini, those are your messages for the last half of November 2023. I hope you found them. Sometimes I say, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And some readings like this one, it's not horrible at all. It's just about needing to move on from something you don't want to move on, but that is actually in your much greater interest. So I can't say I hope you enjoyed this reading, but I hope it brought the clarification or the clarity or the validation or just simply the message that you needed to hear for your particular situation. So in that sense, I hope it was helpful. Again, if it did resonate with you and you'd like to take a deeper look at something, or you like the reading style, if you are interested in a personal reading with me for yourself or as a gift for someone else as we head into the holiday seasons, please email me at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. You can see that contact information by clicking the title or the description of this video. I would be delighted to hear from you and to work with you. I will see you all in a couple of weeks for the December general readings. Again, those of you who will be celebrating Thanksgiving over the next couple of weeks, happy Thanksgiving to all. Have a safe and lovely holiday, and I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.